Hi guys, today I want to share with you how I have things organized in our car. Hi guys, okay, today I want to share with you how I have things organized when we are about to do car schooling. If you notice, I tend to do a lot of car schooling because I work outside. I have shared that in previous videos as well. I have shared that I used to have a caddy. I don't have that anymore because it got damaged. If you saw my previous video, I show you guys how I have things organized in our car and how I prepare for our week. And it's very important because it just gives you an idea on how I do things. And if you are a mom or a dad that works outside and you're wondering how to keep things organized, I think that will give you a good idea, okay? I like to have things simple because we tend to create a lot of mess because we do a lot of the materials when I am in the car, correct? While we are in the car. So we tend to create a lot of mess. So I try to clean the car every weekend, just have it organized inside and making sure that I have the things that I need inside the car from when we are about to do car schooling. So I prepare during the weekend and I leave everything ready inside the car for when we are about to go out on Monday. It's easy for us to do that and just get in the car and go, okay? If you notice in my homeschool, if you have been here in my on my channel for a period of time, you notice that I have duplicates of everything. Duplicates of colored pencils, crayons, highlighters, everything in my homeschool is twice, is double. It's because we do a lot of car schooling. I as well share on my previous video how I have things organized. I am pretty sure that you noticed that there was not a lot of books inside our bags, and there's a reason for that. I carry a binder with all the things that I have for us to do in the car. It's not a planner. I don't use this binder for planning. I have my planner. I actually have two planners. The one that I use here at home and the one that I use when we are on the go, because it's a compact planner and it's easy for us to use. So if you are looking for a planner, I will leave you that link somewhere around in here. But I just carry that planner and it's easy for me to make note in there, okay? But we have this binder with all the materials that we are going to be needing for that day, that we are going to be doing while car schooling. So I have them there prepared for us and it's easy for us to use it in that way. He just have to grab a paper. If he wants to put it on his clipboard, he can do it and it's easy for him to do things in the car. I used to have something where he uses as a desk and we didn't like it so much. It was not that stable. So what we're doing is that we use a clipboard and it's been working very well for us and it's easy to keep inside the car. It doesn't create a mess. When he's done, he just put it back inside his backpack and it's easy for him to use it. If you notice, there was not a lot of materials. It's because everything was inside that binder. The only thing that we carry separate our example, the story of the world, is the book is what we carry. The same for America's Story. I did detach the pages for the workbook, but I don't do that with the textbook, obviously. So that's what we carry if we are going to be doing car schooling, okay? The same for some of the materials is that we just do it at home. So we just keep it in here, like example, all about reading is something that we do in here. All about spelling is something that we do in here. Sometimes we take it to the car, but most of the time we do it here at home. So I will be switching the camera and I will be showing you guys these binders. Okay, you guys, so here I have the two binders I was talking to you guys about. Here I have my keep binder and my binder. These are not used as a planning method. I am using this binder just to keep ourselves organized when we are doing car schooling. I have two planners. I have one that is very compact, is the one that I use when we are doing car schooling, when we are on the go, and I have one that I use here at home. I will leave that video somewhere around in here for you guys to watch if you're interested. But I am using these two binders. I will start with my kids binder. This is a flex binder. I have used them before. If you check on my channel, I've used these binders for our science units as well. I have used them for our all about readings to keep ourselves organized because they are easy. They are not your typical binder. This is a binder that you can flex. It almost work as a spiral notebook, so it's easy for you to carry around. It's something that I like about them. And I've been using them for quite a while, so I am using them again to keep ourselves organized. If you notice, there's a lot of materials. If you compare this video with my previous video and what I have shared on my Instagram about the materials that we use here in our homeschool, you're going to realize that when I show you guys the bags inside my car, they were not carrying a lot of material, correct? It's because I have everything inside these binders. Everything that we're going to be using for that week, I have in the binders. I just accommodate them in the binder. So this is a flex binder. It's easy for us to use because we can flex them. We can just put the front cover to the back and it's easy to use. And because it's just takes less space to use this type of binder, okay? Here I have his daily rhythm. This is where I have all the things that we're going to cover for those days. Example, Monday and Wednesday, and Tuesdays and Thursday. Then we have Friday fun. We follow these. There are always some days where I just switch things around, depends on our moods and how we've been working with the specific materials, okay? First thing you can see is his calendar, and I just have the 2022. I haven't added the 2023 yet because I thought that was going to make him confused. So I just add the 2022 and eventually I will add the 2023. He has as well, he's all about homophones in these protector sheets. And what he does is that he takes one page out and he put it on his clipboard and just work with it. Once he's done, he leave it on his clipboard. I correct everything I need to correct, go through the page with him, and then eventually it will go to the basket. After it's on the basket and then we finish everything with the year, it will go again on this binder for his evaluation, okay? So that's how we are working with these. That's a system that has been working for us. So we use the clipboard. We used to have something inside the car that helped us when he was going to write or I needed to write something, but it was not really sturdy and not stable. So I decided to use clipboards. It's easy. When he finished with something, he can just pack the clipboard again in his backpack and we have the entire space. When you have a limited space in your car, obviously you don't have the same amount of space when you're working at your home. It's better for you to keep as much space as you can in your car. We tend to do a lot of a mess when we are in the car, so it is important for us to keep that space available for us. The next page we have will be for spelling. He has his spelling sheets in here. I use a notebook for spelling. This notebook comes from Abeka, and I just share the reasons why. I will leave that link somewhere around in here for you guys if you're interested. But I have adding here step 11, example step 11, some spaces for the words, extra words, sentences, total, and end marks. And I give points to him every time he remembers an end mark, example like the question marks or exclamation or whatever end mark he remembers to make note when he does the sentence. And as well, I give total points. So I just concentrate more on the things that he's doing right, just to be able to motivate him and encourage him to keep on going with his spelling and working with his spelling. The next tab will be for his student resource notebook. This is from IEW. I don't have everything that comes with his student resource notebook in here, obviously, because it's a lot of information. I just have in here what he is going to be using for the All Things Fun and Fascinating, which is the program that we are using from IEW. He has his table of contents so he can refer to the page easily and fast. but what we're using is just the strong verbs, the ly adverbs, the quality verbs, and the 5 senses and emotions that what he's going through. He's all things fun and fascinating right now, so that's what we keep in here. So some of the pages, you can see the strong verbs, the ly adverbs, sorry about the noise, quality adjectives, all those pages that we're working. After that, the next tab is for his manuscript and cursive. He didn't want this book to be hole punch, so I just decided to add it, but it's not hole punch, it's not attached to the binder, so he just have it. We alternate in between cursive and manuscript, and that's how I decide to have it in the binder. Next tab will be for math. We have Simply Good and Beautiful, as well we have the Mastering Basic Skills. The activities we keep in these kind of folder that the binder comes with, and it has a little pocket, so when he's finishing we detach the pieces from the cardboard, we just add those pieces in this pocket. Next page will be for his references of his Simply Good and Beautiful. Next one will be his multiplication chart, and obviously the pages for math. Again, he just take one, the one that he's going to be working for the day, and what he does is he put it on his clipboard, work with it, we go through it, and we add it eventually to our basket. We have a few protector sheets with materials inside of them. The same for Mastering Basic Skills, we work in the same way. He just takes one out for his clipboard, works with it, we go through it, and for the basket. And that's how we keep everything organized. As well, I have him, once he finished with his math, adding the page right to this pocket, and I just correct it, and then we can go through it. Next one we have is a story. This is America's Story 1. That's what we're working with. And as well, we have Story of the World, all in this protected sheet, and it's easy for him to find, get it out if he wants to work with it on his clipboard, or leave it here, fold or flex the binder, and it's easy for him to work with them. So this is his binder. I will start showing you guys, obviously, my binder. Okay, this next one is my binder. If you notice, it doesn't have the front cover just like his, because I don't need to have the daily rhythm in here. I have a planner, so I have everything there. I have this clear pocket. I purchased this at Walmart. I think it was around 97 to 99 cents. I liked it because it's clear. I can see everything. I have my Happy Planner stickers, even though I am not using that Happy Planner anymore, but I am using the stickers with the planner I have currently. I have a ruler and a pen. I am not very on the like of these pens. I like the way they write and everything, but the ink doesn't last long and they are pretty expensive, but this is the one that I am using currently. I have a sticky notes. After that, you can see our calendar. I have a calendar as well, 2022 and 2023 on this side. These pages I use to mark for how long, when we are going to be ending our year, as well to just add what we're doing each day. I don't have it in here, but I have to change these pages. Next one is all about homophones. This is the teacher guide. I have the suggestions for using the worksheets. I have the list of homophones worksheets, as well as more teaching tools. I have the appendix, which includes the answer keys, and these a few pages of the answer keys. After that, we have the crossword puzzle answer keys, and I use these on Fridays. I give these puzzles to him on Friday as a way to have fun, and at the same time he's practicing. He's all about homophones and he enjoys that very well. Next one is the mega list of homophones, and this is very helpful, especially when he's doing all about reading. Sometimes I even use these with his grammar. The next pages are homophone card games, and this is the game that we're using. I just have in here the instructions in case I forget something or I need to look at something from the game. Next tab will be all about spelling, and I just have his syllable division rules in here, as well as the Edward sheet and everything that we're going to be doing for spelling that week I just add in this tab. Next one is the guide for all things fun and fascinating, the teacher supplement, and this is very valuable for me. I really like to have it in here when we are doing all things fun and fascinating. It's very helpful. I will be talking more about that later. Next tab that I am going to find will be the math tab, and I have some drill sheets from Abeka, and I just make copy and keep them in this folder. Next one will be the table of contents from Simply Good and Beautiful. If you notice, there are some marks on the page, is because I have an idea on when we have to finish a certain amount of lessons, but that doesn't mean that if he needs to take longer or needs to spend more time in a lesson, I am not going to let him do it just because I have something marked that will say that he has to finish at that certain time. No, what I do is I just erase everything and just mark and change what we need to change. Okay, so we have a few pages of that. Then next is his multiplication chart, because we're doing Simply Good and Beautiful currently. I am planning on changing his math, and I just expressed that already. I will talk about that later. Now we have his mastering basic skills. I just keep in this protector sheet his table of contents, as well the contents by skill, introduction, just because I have the everyday ways to enrich learning experiences, some suggestions, and I would like to keep them in this binder. I have recommended books for 4th graders. I use that a lot when we are going for our library and just to grab some books. I have as well the 4th grade skill checklist, and his spelling assessment, narration assessment, as well as a place value assessment, answer key for the mastering basic skills. Next tab will be history, and this is the scope and sequence from America's Story. I have all those pages. I have as well the answer key, and I have as well the review pages in this tab. Next page will be for science. Science, we are using Evan Moore, and that's the book that we're currently using for science, even though I have planned some science units, but in the season in which I am right now, I am not able. So we are using the Evan Moore science book. For 5th grade, I have the guide in this binder, and it just have some templates for some pages that he can use when he's about to answer. When we do a STEM or an investigation, he can just use these pages here. I just make copy, and that's about it. As well, I have the background of what we are going to be starting with, the science from Evan Moore. Something that I forgot to clarify is that you saw a few books on the bags that we carry in the car, because if you notice with history, I don't have anything in this binder because I carry the teacher guide, and there are some teacher guides that I still use in the car, and that's what you saw, as well as the textbooks from history and the textbook from All About Reading, the teacher guide. And those are the only books that I carry. We don't carry that much because everything is concentrated in our binders. All the materials are pretty much in our binders that we're going to be using for that week. So I just detach the pages from the books and add them in this binder because it's easy for us to carry. I like to use these binders because it just helps us to keep everything organized. It's wisely to keep as much as a space as you can when you're on the go, because you don't want to make things uncomfortable in your car. And just having things in this binder, you can just flex them and you can work with the materials while in the binder. You can use a clipboard as well, and it's just easy for us to just put back the clipboard, put back the binders, and everything will be kept clean and organized. And it's easy for when you're on the go because you have all that space. You don't want to make things uncomfortable for yourself or for your kid. So it's good that you have this organized, and these binders are helping me with that, to keep things organized in our car. I like that I can identify the tabs. It already comes with these folders with pockets, and I can just identify everything and have everything easy for us to just find when we are on the go. As well with his binder, everything is organized and it's just easy for us. It makes our lives easier, and it's good for when we are going to be working with our materials. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This information is valuable and it helps you organize when you're on the go. If it did, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up, and I will see you then. Check this video next.